Of course, I'm doing outside lights. So it's raining. I'm going to put in 2 6-foot JCC IP rated light fittings in this bike store, in one line, in one row, in white PVC conduit. And then it's armoured cable on the end here. Follow me. Around this plinth, all the way around. So, armoured cable, you can see the bike shows over there. A couple of IP rated fittings into the conduit, and then armoured cable. Relatively small job. I'm running it in 2.5mm armoured cable because the lighting circuit in this property is 2.5mm, which house bashers watching this will go, oh, what are you doing to limit it? It's volt drop. When you come to larger premises like this, the lighting circuits are commonly done in 2.5, power's done in 4 because of volt drop, because the circuit is massive. So, I'm going to come off with this lantern. Down here is so this is a relatively easy and small job. The most awkward bit about this job is this connection, is this junction box here. We've got a formed bit of 20mm conduit, right, flange coupler on the end there. I've got to tag off this somehow. So my armoured cable is going to come along this concrete plinth along here and somehow connect into that. And it looks, the client sent me a picture beforehand, it looks ropey as hell. You're having fun there? Right, I've set up my laser. I lasered through my conduit line. I pulled my singles in, again it's 2.5mm singles. And you can see I'm going to put my 24-inch centers, old school, for the conduit boxes. Singles are in all the way to the end. Follow me, I'll show you. I've got D-line saddles, which I do love. I've used these D-line saddles, like I love, for the conduit outside. Well, just conduit in general, just use the metal saddles now. All the way along to the end, to here. And here I've got, I put them somewhere very safe. Yeah, where's the lid? There's like a, let me go and find the lid. I'm using one of these Hensel junction boxes. It's going to go, get some snips. It's going to go there, but they've got, come and have a look, they've got inside, they've got these this metal like grid or frame. So when you gland the armoured cable, and then they've got a little earth cable to bond and to stick on the tag. Can you see that there? You have to come in a bit. So in there, I've got a little tag, and then I'm going to gland the armoured cable into this one here. So it's a neat idea, basically. And I'm going to, with the armoured cable, is going to come out, round, up there, down, behind, and then go all the way around and pleat it all the way along there. But yeah, I'll get all these lights, now they're all wired, get them all second fix, and then we'll get onto the armoured cable. Right, just second fixing these lights. As you can see, I've got lid, gasket, light, lid, gasket, rather than just screwing it straight up onto the box. Sometimes on the more narrower fittings, you get this edge gets exposed, and it's just about minimising water ingress, really, isn't it? It's only pennies for an extra gasket and a lid. Right, I've got the armoured cable in and round just in time as it's started raining. I'm using these whisker shield glands, basically armoured glands, on this one. And on the inside you can see I've used a female bush as well. Can you see there? Just to protect the cables. And you can see I've used SWA Firefly cleats all the way around. And then I have done a mixture. Of plastic cleats and metal cleats. I know it's outside, you know, it's a foot from the ground, but I like to do it, you know, with a mixture of metal and plastic cleats. Most of the time I'm always metal cleats, but I took the common sense approach here of going, why spend the extra money in doing metal cleats all the way when it's a foot off the ground? So every whatever 10 or so I put a metal cleat in. I'm going to use CK armor slice. I must admit, I was so against this for such a long time. I'd always been a junior hacksaw kind of spark. I was taught it, and I thought that was the best way of doing it. And even when these came out, I was like, nah. Junior hacksaw's fine. This is so much better. I absolutely love this. The weather just can't make up its mind. It is now sunny and stopped raining. Right. There's the little olive. There's the little whisker gland. There we are. So I've got my spade. I've got my little gorilla bucket. Well worth it. You can buy all the fancy tools in the world, but it always comes down to a £5 gorilla bucket from B&Q to carry your tools, rubbish, carry materials. Got a bin bag so I can kneel on it, and a little kneeling mat. I've got some compound for the connections if I find them. I'm the unlucky soul. This is original. I have replaced these. I replaced these about 7-8 years ago. They were bespoke, made to fit on top of this column. But I've never touched this. And this doesn't look like it's been touched since this was built in the 70s, 60s. So this is the first time this has been touched. They've not had a problem, to be honest, with the lighting. So it might be, might be better than we think. But I need to expose it so I can connect into it. The box is too far gone to save. The box was filled with mud. The seal, you can see it's all dried up. There was mud all in there. You can see it's rusting away. It won't, it survived. It's done well because I don't think it was ever meant to be buried. I think the finished floor level was here, and then over the years, soil has built up almost fully over it. Right. So, where am I at? Where am I at? I couldn't get that off, the old flange coupler, for love nor money. So I had to grind that off. And this is the exact reason. So I normally wholeheartedly disagree with conlock. Right? I think it's a de-skilling of our trade. However, I did buy one of these just in case, because this is a formed bit of conduit and I can't take this out to rethread it, this would serve a purpose. Now, I wouldn't do a full install with conlock. I agree. I think it should be threaded and done properly. However, this is going to get me out of trouble. This is the first time I've ever used conlock, and my plan is to, once I clean this up, I've got one of these drill bits to clean up the conduit around the outside, just so I get a really nice bit of continuity. That's going to go up in there. Like that. Like that. And then new box. Oh, I knew it was going to be a nightmare. I just knew it. Which is why I bought the conduit. I bought a 20 and 25 mil because I wasn't sure the size of this conduit because I just had a picture to go from. But let me just reiterate, I wouldn't use it. Where is it? Here. I wouldn't ever use it as a complete job, as a whole install. It's just a de-skill in my opinion. I can imagine house bashers on there now typing up going, oh yeah, but yeah, it's so much easier, so much quicker. I don't know, I just don't like it. But for this purpose, retrospectively, with a set piece that you can't take out and thread, seems like it serves its purpose, what it's designed to do. Not a full install of it, but to get you out of trouble with something like that's already set that I cannot get out to thread. This conlock seems like the perfect solution. This has taken me a lot longer than I anticipated. Just every part of it has been a struggle. the existing armour cabling, the con lock, the adaptable box, the position where it is, just annoying. And it's taking me longer than I anticipated, but we're almost there. Just got to put this final connection in and then a little bit of testing. I've left it so all the Wago connections are facing upwards, you know, the conductors are going in the bottom, and wrap the compound around each of the connectors. There's my con lock, you can see. But yeah, that's what the inside of the box looks like. Hopefully, if I come back in 5 years' time, it'll be exactly the same. I don't want to cover it like it was before. I want to keep it more accessible this time. So actually, I'm going to lose some of this mud along the bank there, because it's just not good to have it up against that box like that. Ants and stuff like getting in. No matter how good you think you are, stuff gets in. So I might just spread this over that way and just keep this box accessible. I've turned it back on now. I'm just going to do a quick RCD test whilst I'm here. I always do it on auto. It's just something I was ingrained into me when I was training. I know you only technically need the times one, but it's just so easy on the Mega. You just go around to auto. .90. That's a really good reading. I was expecting it to be a lot higher due to the run from the basement runs to the west wing and then round now. I mean, it is 2.5mm armoured cable. It's 2.5mm armoured cable here. So what is the run? Probably 40 meters? Nah, 50 meters buried. But yeah, I was expecting a lot bigger run. That's good. So there's my new junction box. Those are the two LED lanterns which I replaced probably about 7-8 years ago when I upgraded the board as well. A 2.5mm 3-core armoured cable spaced every 350 all the way along. All the way along the perimeter. Formed a bend in there, round, drilled at an angle, up, through into a hen cell with these whisker shield glands, and then a straight bit of conduit with 2 JCC 6-foot battens, all completed for this bike shed for the client. Let me know in the comments below what you would have done.